Hello everybody, my name is Suman Dua. I'm a registered migration agent at Nationwide Migration and Education. There have been a lot of announcements in regards to the Australian migration, and we do have a lineup of videos that we will be posting shortly. So make sure that you subscribe to our channel so that you don't miss out on any updates. One of the major announcements that has occurred on 25th of November 2021 is that now fully vaccinated eligible visa holders will be able to travel into Australia from 1st of December 2021. You can see the eligible visa subclasses which can enter into Australia from 1st of December 2021 on my screen now. So the main ones in these visa subclasses are the student visa holders, temporary graduate visa holders, subclass 491, 489 and 494 visa holders, and also the 482 visa holders. Department has also advised that additional visa subclasses may be added to this list over time. However, since these announcements were made, travel restrictions have been placed on the people who have traveled in these 9 countries in the last 14 days. Australian citizens, permanent residents and the immediate family members who have been in these 9 countries in the last 14 days will have to now fully quarantine for 2 weeks in Australia. Any other travellers who have been in these 9 countries are not permitted to travel into Australia. At the time of recording this video, we have just received this news that Prime Minister Scott Morrison has warned the federal government may scrap planned easing of international border restrictions in response to the new Omicron COVID-19 variant. Australia considers you to be fully vaccinated if you have completed a dose of TGA approved vaccine. So you can see the current vaccines and dosages approved for the purposes of travel on my screen now. If you're a temporary visa holder and your visa is not included in the new arrangements of eligible visa holders, then you will need to apply for inward travel exemption. However, applications will only be approved if the applicant meets the requirements for an individual exemption from Australia's inward travel restrictions and they have a strong, compassionate or compelling reason to leave Australia, supported by relevant documentary evidence, for example, attending the funeral of a close family member overseas, visiting a close family member who is seriously or critically ill or seeking necessary medical treatment not available in Australia, or travel is essential for business purposes. So if you're somebody whose visa is not included in the new arrangements of eligible visa holders, then please make sure that you check your eligibility to get the exemption to come back into Australia. There were 2 media releases that were announced on 25th of November 2021 from Minister Alan Tudge and Minister Alex Hawke regarding the skilled visas and the temporary graduate visas. So in the media release, it was announced that there will be permanent residency pathway for the applicants who are on the 482 visa under the short-term stream, and also for the 457 visa subclasses for the applicants who do not meet the age requirement. These changes will apply to the applicants who are already in Australia and who are working in the critical sectors like health, hospitality, and the applicants who are working in the regional areas of Australia. There are currently 20,000 primary applicants on 482 and 457 visas which can benefit from this change. Subclass 489, 491 and 494 visa holders will also have their visas extended to allow them extra time to organize their permanent residency. There are currently 9,000 skilled regional provisional visa holders which are overseas. The applicants who are holding regional provisional visas and are currently offshore will also have their visas extended. There have also been some major announcements regarding the temporary graduate visa subclass 485. All those applicants who had their visas expired while they were overseas and were affected by COVID-19 restrictions will be able to apply for a replacement visa. So if your visa expired after 1st of February 2022, you will be able to get a new 485 visa for the original duration of your visa. Additionally, all those 485 visa applicants who have completed a master's in coursework in Australia or online will be able to get the 485 visa granted under the post-study stream for 3 years instead of the original 2 years. Applicants who have studied a wet course will also be eligible to get a 2 years graduate stream visa instead of 18 months. Any online study undertaken outside Australia will count towards the Australian study requirements, and the graduates can apply for and be granted the temporary graduate visa while outside Australia. There will also be no application charge for new visitor visa applications overseas when their visa expired between 1st January 2022 and 30th June 2022. As yet, there are no further details that have been announced in relation to these announcements, and some legislative changes will need to occur before these changes can be implemented. I'll show you some important links from the department's website, so I'll just take you on my computer. So I just want to show you this link, COVID-19 homeaffairs.gov.au travel restrictions. So you can see that the travel restrictions are now in place for the 9 countries that I mentioned before, and only permanent residents, Australian citizens or their immediate family members will be able to enter Australia, and they will still need to quarantine. However, any other visa holders, like temporary visa holders, they will not be permitted to enter Australia, even if they hold a travel exemption, eligible visa, or are seeking to enter under a safe travel zone arrangement, so they will not be able to enter. Another thing that I want to show you on this page is the exempt categories. So you can see that the fully vaccinated Singapore citizens, Japanese citizens, and Republic of South Korea can enter into Australia as long as they are fully vaccinated, and they will also not need to quarantine. So this is a very important link, so make sure that you go through this before you travel. Another very important link that I want to show you is the state and territory information. So you can see this information on the Australian government website now. So you can actually go to each state and see what their arrangements are in regards to the quarantine arrangements. So there are some states who do not want you to quarantine, but then there are some states who would want you to quarantine if you are coming from overseas. So make sure that you go through this website before you travel into Australia. Also, another link that you may want to go through is the preparing to travel to Australia from overseas. You can see that it has given you like a preparation list that what you need to do before you travel to Australia. So make sure that you have gone through this as well before you make arrangements to enter into Australia. There is also a COVID-19 website on homeaffairs.gov.au, so you can actually search through any topic and see what is the update in regards to the COVID-19 restrictions for each of these topics. So you may want to go through this link as well before you plan your travel into Australia. So we will also put these links in the description of this video so that you can go to these links and update yourself, because by the time we post this video, there is a possibility that a lot of things would have changed. So please make sure that you go through these links before you make a decision to book your flights to Australia. As soon as further details are announced, we will come up with another video. Make sure that you subscribe to our channel so that you stay updated with what's happening with Australian migration. If you have any questions, please feel free to get in touch with us. Stay updated about Australia's immigration. Make sure that you subscribe to our channel.